heaviest weight of plus 100 kilograms, and with one of judo's biggest characters, Dutch powerhouse and consummate entertainer, Roy Meyer. Meyer is rapidly becoming a fan favourite, and this year has seen him achieve a dream by taking a bronze medal at the World Championships in Tokyo with a fabulous performance. He was here to prove that that was no fluke. The highlight of his preliminary rounds came in a potentially tricky encounter against Krakowetsky of Kyrgyzstan. A powerful attack was dealt with brilliantly by the Dutchman, countering for an emphatic ippon. Awaiting him in the final would be the dangerous Ukrainian Camo, himself an expert counter-attacker. He showed his credentials with some stunning judo. A huge Kosoto against Dragic of Slovenia shook the arena, before he showed lightning speed and incredible power to turn the tables on Korea's Kim and set up an enticing final. Two world medalists, two powerhouses. Meyer versus Camo. Could Meyer will himself to a first ever Grand Slam gold? Your commentator is former world champion Neil Adams.
Meyer so determined. 40 seconds into golden score, and Meyer looking for every opportunity. Now he's going to look for the groundwork. Likes his groundwork now. Been doing a lot of work with it. Has he got the strangle? And Camo has rolled into the hold down. He had to do it, otherwise he was going to be strangled. And that was a good bit of newaza there by Roy Meyer. Look at the pressure that he put on there, and look at the turn into the hold down, and Camo is not going anywhere. That was absolute brilliance, and Meyer wins his first ever Grand Slam. What a year he's having, he really is. He looked so determined coming into this. It was all evens until 40 seconds into golden score, and then Meyer, well, he went to ground, and he's been working on it, and you can see he's been working on it. And that turnover there was because of the pressure on the neck. He turned into the hold down, and Roy Meyer is just adding to what has been a brilliant year. What a character he is.
We spoke to Roy after the final.
As of last year, I'm really working at being comfortable outside of my comfort zone. I'm taking extra training sessions like ice baths for 40 minutes and running in freezers minus 21 degrees just to be there, to have that attitude. And when I'm there, then nothing will faze me or surprise me in competition and training sessions. So it's fun. Everything is fun. Don't make it heavy. I grew up in a troubled home. You know, my parents were fighting a lot, financial troubles. I had a lot of energy as a small child, and that in combination with all the fighting, all the stress at home, that resulted in a lot of trouble in society, at school and everywhere. So at a certain point I wasn't able to live at home any longer. So when I was 10 years of age, I had to move from home, and I spent for about 7 years outside home, without parents, in places, you know, with groups, and there were even 3 years that I had to live in juvenile prisons because there wasn't enough space in the normal places. As a teenage guy, I was living in that environment, and at a certain point I was like, no man, I can't live this life. And at that point I decided that I would move out from there, from that situation. I told the people there, psychologists, the behavior experts, like I would be moving out from there in 6 months, and they started laughing because they were like, Roy, where do you get that crazy silly idea from? You're not leaving here anytime soon. And I was like, okay. And 6 months later, I came in front of the juvenile judge. So he smacked that dossier on the desk with a very big smile. He said, Roy, I only encountered maybe 2 or 3 boys that make a 180-degree change. And I'm really happy to give you a chance to try again. And I was hungry to build a life, to build a home, to build a family, and to build a future that was worth living. And I started doing judo again. I picked it up, And I knew this is not going to be the boat where I would survive on. It's going to be the boat where I would thrive on. The moment I go on the mat, my coach, Jean-Paul Bell, he taught me 3 words. That's aggression, intent, and focus. Before I walk on the mat, there are only 3 words in my mind. There are goosebumps climbing up my spine, and my brain is exploding with the challenge to fight. And that feeling, some people maybe like to bungee jump or to feel alive, but when I'm in that tournament, when I'm able to really fight and give it my all, man, I feel happy. It may not look like it when I'm walking towards the mat, towards the tatami, or when I'm fighting on the mat, because you can see the fire in my eyes, the passion and the will to win. But I really respect my opponents, and even after the fight, I really like to fight them. I always have a good word for them, and that they're strong opponents, and I really believe that also. Judo is a family, and I really like it. I really like that.